Welcome back to the Pro Sports Podcasters on YouTube. My name is Cobe, and today I want to talk a little NFL all day. And the reason I want to do so is because it's gone crazy. Okay, today was huge for NFL all day. We're being bombarded with advertisements on the NFL network. We've now got open beta finally kicked off. Anybody can join, and it's a great time to join because right around the corner, we've got another challenge, and we've got the next pack drop happening, Series 1, including a Trevor Lawrence common. It's not a pack drop you want to miss. For defensive-minded aficionados like myself, we've got Jalen Ramsey. If you ever seen our Cyril Grayson podcast, you ever listen to it on www.prosportspodcasters.com, definitely check out the podcast. We've got a Cyril Grayson interview. I asked him directly who does he think the best cornerback in the league is, and he had to go ahead and say it. It was Jalen Ramsey. So Jalen Ramsey common being dropped in the next pack drop. This is huge for us. The marketplace is going nuts. Okay, the values are shooting through the roof. If you haven't gotten in yet, you need to get in now. You just need to get in now. And while all of this is going on, there's a few moments that I want to talk about that are being kind of overlooked, and they really shouldn't be. There's three particular players that are going to have potentially great seasons this year, and their moments don't reflect that. So before I get into the three, and you're going to want to stick around and make sure you get them, is I want to talk about what NFL All Day is at right now. Amongst everything that Dapper Labs has put into it, we've also got Own the Moment. And Own the Moment has launched their Own the Moment Rumble, which is NFL all-day NFT fantasy football. I've got a video coming out shortly about how NFT fantasy football is the next evolution in fantasy football. And if you follow other fantasy football channels on YouTube and they're not talking about NFT fantasy football, then they're doing you a disservice. Because it's the next evolution, it's where it's going, and if you want to be ahead of the curve, you need to get in now. But Own the Moment Rumble is doing a $10,000 prize pool weekly during the regular season for anyone who's got an NFL All Day account that wants to set up a lineup using their NFL All Day NFTs, and there's no additional charge. Basically, you're getting bonused for being a collector on the All Day platform. This is huge. This is absolutely massive. And their format allows for major market swings to happen because rosters do not have to be locked until 1 p.m. on Sunday, but they include any games that happened previous. So like the Thursday night games. So if somebody blows up on Thursday night, you can go ahead and put them in your roster knowing exactly how many fantasy points you're going to get for them that particular week. And what that's going to do is really kick off things on the marketplace because if somebody blows up, people are going to want to buy them. They don't have them yet. They're going to have to pay a premium to get them off those that are willing to part because everyone's against everyone here. If you sell a moment that could really make or break somebody else's roster, you could be defeating yourself. So just awesome. Everything going on with NFL All Day right now is ridiculous. This is a platform that it feels a lot like the beginning days of Magic the Gathering for me. Probably a lot of you aren't going to know about this, but back in the day, I had a hobby shop and one of our primary products was the Magic the Gathering collectible card game. And it was huge back in the day. It was absolutely massive. If you kept your collection intact until today, you could retire off it. That's how big this was. And NFL All Day feels like that for me when it comes to the NFT platform, especially the sports NFT platforms. That's what it feels like. The frenzy that's happening right now it's thank God we're a part of it. Thank God we're there for the very beginning. I knew people that got into Magic the Gathering late and it hurt to miss the initial launches. I was there from the very beginning. It bankrolled me into starting my own store. That's how important it was to be there in the start. And it feels like that right now for NFL All Day. But now I want to get into the three particular moments that I think are significantly undervalued at this time. And already I've seen some activity in the marketplace, but they're nowhere near where they should be. And I'm going to begin with TJ Hawkinson. TJ Hawkinson is going to be probably a top 5 tight end this particular season. He'll be top 5. You've got your George Kittles, your Travis Kelce, your Mark Andrews, Darren Waller maybe. Okay, there's some give or take there now with the addition of Devontae Adams. a lot of targets are going to be taken away from Darren Waller, but you've definitely got TJ Hawkinson in the mix. Definitely. He will be the number one target on that Detroit Lions offense, which should be significantly improved this year. He's already proven himself as a viable starting tight end in fantasy. He had a great season last year. Great season. He dealt with some injury at the end, which is common in the tight end position. These guys, they take some major abuse over the course of a season, but when he's healthy, he will be a factor. And right now, you've got a common that's sitting around $11, $12 that should be, in my opinion, higher than Darren Waller. This is one that goes overlooked, and I think it goes overlooked because he's a Detroit Lion. That's why it goes overlooked. But bonus, Detroit Lions are the centerpiece of Hard Knocks on HBO, so they're going to get additional attention. TJ Hawkinson will get additional attention, and because of that, it's probably going to be guaranteed to drive the values up on his moments. So if you can get one now, already have one in your collection, bonus for you. Kudos. It's one to have. Another one I'm looking at that I think has a real possibility of shooting up in value is Adam Thielen. First of all, Adam Thielen only has really the one common that's accessible to everyone on the marketplace. Came out in the last pack drop. So hasn't been on the market that long, so hasn't had a chance to really grow naturally in the marketplace. Eventually it's going to happen. So if you have him now, what a bonus. If you get him now, what a bonus. But what people forget about Adam Thielen is that he's a significant target in the red zone. This guy's a touchdown monster. What you need to understand is last season, Justin Jefferson had something like 62 more targets than Adam Thielen. 60 plus more, okay, targets than Adam Thielen. Justin Jefferson finished the season with 10 touchdowns, and most people are saying Justin Jefferson is a top 3 fantasy football wide receiver this year. A lot of people put him number 1. He had 10 touchdowns last season. Damn good season. Double-digit touchdowns? No one's going to complain about that. But you know who also had 10 touchdowns with 60-something less targets? Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen gets targeted in the red zone far more often than Justin Jefferson. And a lot of that is because he doesn't face as many double teams. Okay? He is being left to his own devices, and not too long ago, he was the number 1 receiver on the Minnesota Vikings. He has a true rapport built already with Kirk Cousins. Kirk knows exactly where he should be when it comes to red zone time. Unless Justin Jefferson totally beats his man off the mark and finds himself open before he reaches the safeties, it's more likely that Adam Thielen is going to have that single coverage that he has to beat one person to find himself free and open for 6. So I love Adam Thielen. I am huge on Adam Thielen this particular season. And if you don't have him yet at the price he's currently going at, somewhere around $8-9, that's criminal. He should be significantly higher. And then the last one of the 3 I want to highlight is someone who's moved teams in the offseason, has always produced great fantasy numbers, but now finds himself the true number 1 on what might be a very explosive offense this year, and that's Chase Edmonds now with the Miami Dolphins. Chase Edmonds is being paid significant money as a running back to basically get purchased by the Miami Dolphins and become their number 1. He's going to make $6.1 million this year. That's a lot for a current running back in the current running back market. You don't see too many huge running back contracts anymore. He's got a 2-year contract. It's basically 12-something million. He's getting 6+ each year. But he's by far the highest paid running back on that roster. You think they're going to sit him because of that? No, they're paying him that money because they want to make him the centerpiece. I've already spoken with Montreal Dolphins insiders, okay, with beat reporters who have told me that he's absolutely killing it in camp. They expect him to get the lion's share of the carries coming into this season. Right now, the number 2 is Raheem Mostert, but he won't start the season as number 2 because he's nursing a knee injury. It'll be Sony Michel who actually spells Chase Edmonds every now and then until Raheem Mostert is back to 100%. So to start the season, it's going to be like he's a workhorse back. So opportunity will be knocking for you in the beginning of the 2022 NFL season. And those are the three players that I'm looking at right now that are significantly undervalued in the marketplace. And look, the Chase Edmonds moment has already moved a bit, but I'm partially to blame. Okay, I've already gone ahead and purchased mine. I've already made the purchase. I made the mistake before my last video of not buying a Mark Andrews, and look what happened there. Okay, I could have bought a Mark Andrews at less than $100. Could have done it. Right? I was telling you to buy Mark Andrews because he was the least expensive of the top three tight ends who are available as rares, and that your ceiling on all three was basically the same. Now, I've got to take that back because of the amount he's gone up in value and tell you that if you're going to buy one of the rare tight ends at this moment, you're buying George Kittle. He's the one you're going after because now he's the best value of the three. And I don't have to say anything about how good George Kittle is because you've already seen videos I've released where you've realized he was the number one fantasy performer on certain weeks of last season. So George Kittle can just boom, given the opportunities. But so can Chase Edmonds, so can TJ Hawkinson, and so can Adam Thielen. And right now, your best bet at getting them is to purchase the common. There's nothing else available. So that's your choice, right? Have them in your collection. Be prepared for this upcoming season. Get ready for OTM Rumble. Watch what happens when not only have we reached open beta, but people start pouring onto the platform as the marketing machine ramps up into the regular season. This is the time to get an NFL day. Do not miss the boat. Don't. I haven't. Thank God. Those that follow the channel haven't. Good for them. Our group now that has been assembled on the Discord, the Pro Sports Podcasters Discord, which is ramping up. It's fantastic. I'm glad to see everybody joining. If you haven't joined yet, I'll leave a link in the description so you can. Man, we're all excited, right? This is awesome. Everything we hope for with this particular platform is happening. So now's the time to get involved. I hope you do. Don't wait. Till next time.